Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Oh, she's back in the news again. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Can't she stay out of the news? And I love how the left-wing pundits are talking about how people on the right are just obsessed with Horseface. They're obsessed with her. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Donkey face, those gigantic teeth. Yeah, we're obsessed. It couldn't be that she's always appearing in the fucking news and saying stupid shit, right? Couldn't be that she's a congressperson and, she's in the public eye. And when she says stupid shit, that's news. And hence, people are going to talk about it. I mean, Jesus Christ, you people have spent 2 fucking years every motherfucking day going on about Trump-Russia collusion, and it turns out there was no collusion. But you're still talking about this shit. You got Cenk Uygur, Chunky Boy, still talking about this, doubling down. I don't accept defeat. There was collusion. Get me some bacon grease I can eat. Fat fuck. So, yeah. It's perfectly acceptable to talk about this broad because she keeps saying stupid shit. If she would stop saying stupid shit, she did one video on Instagram or something or Twitter. I don't know where she was doing a video. I saw her eating some fucking popcorn. And she dropped the popcorn on the floor and she picked the popcorn up and ate it. And she quoted the fucking 5-second rule. Give me a break. She's eating off her own floor while she's trying to put together IKEA furniture and she can't figure it out. Isn't IKEA furniture like the easiest shit in the world to put together? It's just snap, snap, you're done, and it comes with easy directions. Do you even need screws and a fucking screwdriver? Don't you just snap together? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez faces backlash for scoffing that veteran Dan Krenshaw should go do something about terrorism. Oh, man. She's a lefty, right? So, she hates soldiers, right? You're part of the evil... She's so stupid. Yeah. God. All right. I can't stand this broad. Dan Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw lost an eye. Okay? Fighting over there in the Middle East. Fighting terrorism. So he should go do something about terrorism. What? So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez stuck her foot in her mouth defending virulent anti-Semite Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar, who was a Somali. Don't they have an average IQ of 70? Don't Somalis have an average IQ of like 70? How did this woman be? Probably another one of these social democrats. We're casting for a congressman. Can we get a congressman? We're casting for a Muslim congresswoman. We need a Muslim congresswoman, and she has to wear a hijab too. Any takers? Ilhan Omar showed up for the casting call. So she criticized her outrageous comment about the terror attacks on 9/11. Ilhan Omar was criticized for that. Yeah, Ilhan Omar said that some people did something. Weren't they Syrian Muslims or weren't they? They were Muslims, right? Some people, some Muslim people. Yeah. Omar was seen on video breezily noting that September 11, 2001, on September 11th, some people did something that caused Muslims to become victims of discrimination. This is a lie. Muslims are not victims of discrimination. This is a lie. Oh, it's just a lie. Muslims are not being discriminated against at all. Crenshaw was aghast over Omar's characterization of the brutal attacks as merely some people did something. The Texas representative jumped to his Twitter account on April 9th to slam Omar, saying, first member of Congress to ever describe terrorists who killed thousands of Americans on 9/11 as some people who did something. Ocasio-Cortez felt compelled, of course she did, she's dumb, to come to the defense of the anti-Israel Omar and attacked Representative Crenshaw for the audacity to attack Omar. Yeah, because we're not allowed to criticize people who wear hijabs, right? She's black, she wears a hijab, she's a Wayman, she's got triple privilege. How dare you speak to her, let alone criticize her? You refuse to co-sponsor the 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund. Crenshaw scum. That's the tone, that's the tenor of it anyway. Yet you have the audacity to drum resentment towards Ilhan with completely out of context comments. I watched the video, they're not out of context. How can you take that out of context? That's lovely. Whenever the left wants to minimize something one of their dumb compatriots said or something they said, They claim it's out of context, even though they're the ones that say context don't matter. Of course, it matters when it has to do with minimizing their own stupidity, right? Then it matters. But otherwise, no. When it comes to attacking somebody on the right, context doesn't matter. You're evil just for saying it. There's no context. In 2018, right-wing extremists were behind all U.S. domestic terrorist attacks. Why don't you go? That's not true. That's not true. That's a complete and utter fabrication. She's so stupid. She's so stupid. Why are you making a bartender a fucking congresswoman? She's a retard. Almost immediately, Ocasio-Cortez was excoriated for having the audacity to tell a man who lost his eye in service to his country to go do something about terrorism. Yeah, what is she, retarded? Yeah, she is retarded. How dumb is she? Do you see the eye patch, sweetie? It's not because I'm playing a fucking pirate in the next Pirates of the fucking Caribbean movie, you idiot. It's not because I took over fucking Johnny Depp's role in that movie because he was accused of fucking domestic violence, even though it turns out now that he was the one getting beat up. No, it's because I got my eye fucking shot out by some fucking Muslim over there in the Middle East, some Muslim terrorist, while I was fighting terrorism, you idiot. She's so dumb. I'm wearing this eye patch for the next Halloween party, which isn't until October. Yeah. What an idiot. What an idiot. It goes on to say there's no context in which Ilhan Omar's description of 9/11 is some people who did something is anything but disgraceful. Right? I don't understand this. Does the left understand that not every comment is linked in its validity to what's said before or after it? It's not all based contextually. Some comments are standalone comments that are not made right by what comes before or after. That's like saying, yeah, I banged an 11-year-old girl, but, you don't know the context of the situation. Is there any context where that's okay? It's so stupid. Where's the context there that makes that okay, Ocasio? She seems to think that you can just say, well, you don't know the context. That's always their go-to line, right? You don't know the context of the situation. To minimize and excuse something stupid somebody on the left said. Ridiculous.